Hey Capricorns, welcome and Happy New Year. So in this reading, we're going to get some messages of clarity for a successful 2025, and we're going to go through all the astrological houses as well. So watch your sun, moon, and rising signs to get the most complete picture. And this is a timeless reading, even though it says 2025. So anytime we do come across this, there may be some messages here for you. And we're starting with the first house of attitude, self, and personality. And okay, so I feel like there are so many more blessings available to you if you just feel how you want to feel and you incorporate the changes that you want to see. So if there is in particular like a different hairstyle or some healthier habits that you want to adopt because you want to lose those extra pounds, whatever it is, it's like you had like some sort of success with it or a little bit of success, but it's about like really taking the steps and moving toward your abundance and making those changes. So I also feel like making those changes is going to make you feel better. It's going to raise your vibration and it's going to give you like a whole new attitude. So go ahead and try that new hairstyle. Go ahead and continue on your fitness journey because you're going to like the results. Okay, and we cannot make this up. We have transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. All right, so and I feel like with karma, I have a little bit of a different definition than what we typically see. And to me, karma is really about just like recognizing in the moment those opportunities where you do want to see something different. Okay, so it's about making the change in those moments and recognizing like, okay, this isn't going in the direction that I wanted to go in. This is not what I prefer. So I'm going to make changes right now to go in the direction I prefer and to open up more abundance to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and move to the second house with your personal finances. Okay, what do we have there? All right, so, okay. All right, so here in this area, I see you continuing to work towards your financial foundation and building your legacy. So there's so much work that you've put into it already and all of these achievements that you've accomplished. But this is about you continuing and like crossing that finish line. Okay, so you have the opportunity to really end some chapters on an excellent note and be very prosperous and abundant. So I love that. So we have, yeah, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. So I feel like the message is to really continue doing what you're doing and just incorporate more things that make you feel good and that you feel like are right for you. So for instance, if you've been saving, let's just say $500 a month, maybe it's time to start saving $600 or $550. Okay, so it's more about like doing the things that feel good to continue building your legacy and securing your financial foundation and being financially free. Okay, I love that. I love that. All right, so let's move to third house with communication. Let's look at your communication. What do we have for that? That looked like it wanted to come out, but let's just keep going and see what actually comes out. Okay, thank you. All right, I love that. I love that. All right, so I feel like you're gonna really work on your communication this year, and you're gonna have really a lot of moments to be victorious and to celebrate your accomplishments. And I feel like also there may be people, I guess we can call them haters. I mean, just people that don't have your best interest in mind, that aren't on a high vibration, and that really have a lot to say about what it is that you're doing, that you'll want to just be mindful of. But I feel like it's really about staying focused on your goals and with the engagements, the interactions, the projects that you work on, your clients, your business ventures, your communication is going to be key to your success. It really is. So if you can really work on managing your communications and communicating constructively and maintaining the relationships even when there are things that you don't agree with and things that you need to address, you can do that in a constructive way that still maintains the relationship. So I'm hearing like this is about emotional intelligence and calling on those collaborative teamwork skills in addition to those leadership skills, because this is you as the leader with great communication skills. Okay. All right, and then we have Gemini here with curiosity, intellect, and networking. So yeah, absolutely, as it relates to communication, just being open and letting things flow where they may. So there are some soul family that you may come into contact with, or a lot of synchronicities that are going to open up and become available to you. So it's about just opening up your mind and letting things flow to you. So it's like you may be thinking about something, thinking about how to improve a particular business line, and you're walking down the street and you overhear a conversation with someone. So you may be like, oh, well, you know what, hey, how you doing, and just kind of connect with them and talk and network, because they may know somebody that they can connect you with, or they may actually, maybe do videos on that subject and post them to YouTube, or they may work in that field or industry. So yeah, this is about like really making those connections with soul family and relying on those excellent communication skills. Okay, so let's look at 4th house, and we're going to start with South Node and look at some talents you have and some lessons that you've already learned. What do we have for Capricorn? Alright, so I feel like you do make good decisions and you're pretty decisive about things. Okay. And alright, so you've been through it. You're very strong. You're willing to try things, like you're a go-getter. If you feel like something's going to work, you're going to try it and see how it pans out. And all of these are like things that have been tried before, and they may not have worked according to your specifications, but they're still blessings and they're still lessons. And it's still like, okay, I've tried these things, so I at least know these things don't work. Okay, so you're making whether you know it or not. So it's about changing this attitude into a more positive attitude and continuing to try. But you are strong and you can do this and you can accomplish your goals, and you will. Okay, so it's about continuing on, keeping on. All right, and we have that fixed energy here: Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. So you may want to call in some of those characteristics and energies. So we have stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. That's already you, Capricorn. That's your energy already anyway. Okay, so it's about calling in more of you. Be more of you and continue on. Continue trying, continue the fight, continue progress. And that's what it's about. And that's what you have learned in previous lifetimes. And that's who you are. Because that's how I would describe a Capricorn anyway. So it's like, oh, this is all aligned. Okay. I love that. So let's look at also home and family. Yes. Nice. So we have a lot of positivity, love, hope, faith. So yeah, you can make a beautiful, amazing, healthy family environment, or you can continue that on. So depending what your situation is, but there's a lot of opportunity for love and growth. And I feel like there's also this sense of support from your ancestors, and they could be here or not here, but there is this sense of family, community, and support. So if it's not your true family, not true family, it's not like your biological family, then it's soul family and a soul tribe, a community of like individuals that have your best interest in mind, in addition to the ancestors that we talked about. So you have support on the 3D and the 5D plane. Okay, so what else do we have here? All right, so we have intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Yeah, so those are the things that's going to work for your family, incorporating in these components. And these are things that we always preach and practice, always preach here, right? Emotional intelligence, using your intuition, having empathy and compassion. So that's what you want to bring into the home environment to make it a successful home environment, or to just have like that comfort and peace. All right, yeah, this is about utilizing your tools available to you, and we know for sure it's these areas for sure. So what other things can you pull in? What other abilities and gifts do you have that can contribute to that happy home life? Okay, so it's about pulling out those tools and using them. Okay, so maybe you're a great listener. Maybe you're always willing to, step in. Maybe you're the one that, your partner can always count on. If they're working late, they can't pick up the kids, and you're always there. You can pick up the kids, or you can, ask your mom to pick up the kids, or your sister to pick up the kids, or whatever. It's like, yeah, pull out those things that you do well, and incorporate more into that. Okay, so let's move to 5th house with the children. I want to look at that. So what do we have for the children? Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. So some of you may even have children that are psychic, or they have intuitive abilities. So there may be opportunities to expand on that, and for them to assist you in some way and provide comfort and support to you in some way using their gifts and talents. Okay? Or again, you may want to just work with them to help them to explore it and expand on them. Okay? So this is about like really also, so it may be time for some of you, and you'll have to do this when you feel ready and when you're right, when you feel it's right, but talking to them about their gifts that they do have, or about just exploring their intuition and their higher self and their connection with source and their guides and their angels. So it may be time to start having those conversations, but you know what's best for your children. I'm just saying that, if that's something that you're open to exploring, then, there's success there. Okay, so if you're worried about it, or you're thinking that, they're not going to understand, or I don't want to start freaking them out or anything like that. I don't feel that type of energy. I'm feeling more of like this is the right time. Whenever you also feel it's the right time, then it's the right time. Okay, so don't doubt yourself, don't second guess yourself, basically. All right, and then we have the 2nd house influence here with physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. So yeah, this is about so I feel like some of them are like, they know they have these abilities, but they haven't really like expressed it, or they don't know how, and they don't know like what it is. Okay, so there's some sort of variation of that with them. So it's important to let them know that they are valued, that these are amazing gifts. Just because the rest of the world hasn't gotten to that point where they understand the gifts and they understand what's going on, doesn't mean that you're strange or you're weird or you don't fit in. It means that, yeah, you just got to find your soul tribe, and also just be cognizant of who you share information with. Okay, so yeah, you'll figure all that out, and you'll figure out the right way to communicate to them and to share with them and to help them to grow their skills and abilities. So you will figure all that out and just go with how you feel. Go with your intuition and your connection with source and the messages that you receive about that. Okay, so I want to see also, since we have creativity in that 5th house, what do we have for that? So what do we have for creativity? Thank you. All right, wow. All right, so we have the Magician in reverse. So yeah, this is about you as well. Okay, so it is time for you to like step up your game as it relates to those gifts and talents that you do have as well. Okay, so think of ways that you can do that. You can be more creative and allow that side of you to expand this year, because again, these are things that you can do to be successful and to have and experience the greatest successes this year. So that would be utilizing your talents, your gifts, your skills and ability, and everything that you already know and have. This isn't about like, oh, well, you know, you need to go out and get this degree or, you know, get that training and certification. Like, no, these are things that you already have within you already that are not being utilized to their fullest potential. And it's about utilizing them and recognizing that and starting to believe in yourself and your gifts. Or if you already do, expanding on that. How can you grow them? How can you grow in that area? Because there may be some desires here to use them to be financially free. Okay, so it's about like taking those inspired steps and inspired action toward your goals. All right, so okay, I love it. We have move forward and defend self. Yeah, this is for you and your children and family. Okay, I love that. And that's just reconfirmation of what we just said. All right, so let's move to 6th house with our work environment. Let's look at that. Work environment, work environment. What do we have there? Okay, thank you. All right. Yes. Okay. All right, so I feel like, and this, I like this with the Queen and the King here. So I feel like you're bringing in both that divine feminine and divine masculine energy in the work environment. And so it's about continuing to balance that. So I love that. So just remember, like, continue to balance that. Your strength, your leadership, your assertiveness with your compassion, your empathy, your understanding, and also the emotional intelligence component as well. So continue doing that. Continue doing that. Also, continue being clear. And I feel like you're already doing these things, so that's why I'm saying continue. But it's about like continue to be clear, to go after what it is that you want and desire, and to let people know like what's up. Tell the truth in things, but you don't have no problems with that. Like, yeah, I'm loving this already. This is just continued success here. So continue to be you and do what you do. All right, so we have Venus, give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. So there may be opportunities, I'm hearing, like specifically to incorporate nature in some way into your working environment. So I think I had mentioned that to other signs, like you know, maybe put some plants around, or, you know, spend time out in your garden or on your patio, just doing work and allowing like that sunlight to hit your skin and, you know, just be in that beautiful sunshine and air. Maybe you have an opportunity to be at the beach doing some work. Like, yeah, just incorporate nature, and maybe you can sit at the lake. I'm seeing that. You can go to the park. Yeah, it's about like really incorporating more of yourself into your working environment so that you do feel like there's a piece of you there when you're there, if that makes sense. Like you still feel a part of like your authentic self while you have to be in that matrix, while you have to do that 9 to 5. And if you work from home, still same thing. Put some plants around. Put, you know, your Buddhas, or, you know, just whatever feels good to you and whatever makes you feel good. Incorporate that into your environment. Okay. Okay, so we got some influence there. All right, so let's look at health really quickly. And I'm not a medical doctor, so I don't really do health. But I do want to just get one card to see if there's any information that you do want to share with us. All right, so we have that other king coming out here. And this is 2 decks that I did put together just because I wanted to see this exactly, like what was going to come out as a double confirmation. But yeah, so your work environment, health, 6th house, things that go in that area, you have the opportunity to be successful. Okay, so I see like a lot of stability there. And so it's about like really making those changes toward your progress and the goals that you have for yourself as it relates to health. So I do feel like that is going to be important to you, to really focus on that. Because I do see in his face that there is some things that can be done better and that can be improved as it relates to physical health. So it's about committing to those things and putting in the effort. And I understand that this has to be inspired and you have to have the passion to do it. But if you do it, again, success, victory. Like, yeah. So let me get a card of influence there. All right, so we have tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. I told you, that's your confirmation there. That, yeah, it's not going to be easy, but you will be successful if you put that effort in. Okay. So let's stay in the 6th house for a second here, and let's look at Chiron, because Chiron rules Virgo, and that's what I was taught, so don't be coming for me. All right, so we have the Tower here, so I feel like just you came here for transformation and change, and I feel like we all did. We all did, but give me another card here, so help me explain a little more here, please. Thank you. All right. Okay. Yes. Oh, I love it. Okay. So you came here to change like these organizations, these structures, these institutions, these damn, I had it and then I lost it. Influences, traditions, and just everything that is not working in the world that we just like have to hold on to for some reason. Nobody even wants to do it. Nobody likes it. It doesn't make sense to anybody. But just because it's been written before or it's been the long-standing tradition, we have to still do it. No, that's what you came here to do. You came here to break those generational curses, one, and to break those traditions that don't make sense, that are unfair and unjust. And it's about you learning how to do that and then doing it. Okay? So recognizing when those blessings are coming to you and giving you that opportunity to make the change and to be the change that you want to see. Okay. So what influence do we have here? All right, so we have 12th house with spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. I told you it's right here that you came to be that person to say, I'm going to do something different. And you're strong enough as a Capricorn, you're strong enough to do it and to persevere through all the changes and all the issues that everybody else has and the judgments that everybody else is going to make. Like, you're strong enough to handle all of that. And you can call on your spirituality. And this, again, may even be about spirituality, religion, again, those traditions that have kept us believing something that, and believing that others have some sort of control over us. Like, yeah, you came here to break all that, break it all down. You know what I'm saying? And help everyone heal and be an example. And I don't necessarily want to say help, but just be an influence, an example of healing, being healthy, happy, and whole. You came here to be that example to others to spark and ignite that change. All right. Okay, so let's move to 7th house with marriage, partnerships. And I also was taught that Juno rules Libra. So again, don't come for me. All right. So yeah, but anyway, we have partnership, marriage. So I want to get a little information on that. Okay, thank you. All right, so, okay. So I feel like you definitely have the opportunity to have a successful, happy home life and marriage. And we even said that earlier with the family life, that I see a lot of love and abundance and prosperity and success there. I will say that, you know, with everything, there's ebbs and flows. But, you know, you can try some things like balancing things out, or you can try eliminating things that aren't helpful and aren't contributing to success. So again, it's about like, yeah, the stuff that's not making sense. Like, for an example, you know, like traditionally speaking, you know, we see like this image at the dinner table with everybody at the dinner table eating dinner. But okay, in reality, things may not work that way because, you know, everybody has a different schedule, everybody has stuff to do, so you may not really get that opportunity. So instead of allowing people to make you feel bad because you don't do those traditional dinners sitting at the table with everyone every single day, like maybe you find a different way to incorporate it. You say like, okay, you know, 2 nights a week we're going to eat together and we're just going to have fun. We're going to eat in the living room and watch a movie and just, you know, talk. You know what I mean? So it's about you reshaping those traditions to do what is right for your family and your home. And that's where you're going to be most successful. And then not allowing others to judge you, because what others think of you is none of your business. You know what I mean? So it's about like not allowing others to judge you and, you know, make you feel bad because you don't have like that traditional, you're not doing it the traditional way. So I love that. Okay, so what other influences here? When we have Scorpio with intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. So yeah, absolutely. And like I said, there are going to be like those ebbs and flows and things that you are going to need to work out, but bring in that balance and also consider what can you take away, what's not helping, what's not serving. And there may be opportunities for you to declutter, to do a couple different cleanings, like deep cleanings, give things away. Again, like, yeah, just stuff you're not using, you know, cleaning out stuff like, you know, if you haven't been able to really get in the garage because there's a lot of stuff in there, clean that out. You know, so then you can make room for other stuff and then have room here for that, you know what I mean? So it's just like a trickle down effect of like just that purging and decluttering can have. Okay, so yeah, those opportunities will come up. So take advantage of them. So the dog just did this really loud bark, so I had to cut a couple seconds out there. But yeah, so as I was saying, just yeah, there's those opportunities to declutter your space and just take advantage as they come through. Okay, so let's move on to our 8th house. And so here we're going to look at the joint finances. Joint finances. What do we have for Capricorn there? Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, so the best thing you can do is really to have a good plan. Okay, so when I say joint finances, this could be like your family, your personal household finances with your partner, or this could be like money that you're managing for others. Like if you're a fund manager or a portfolio manager, or you are another manager that has a budget that you have to manage, or you know, this is a business partnership. So yeah, you managing funds, and now he's growling, so I apologize. But yeah, so any funds that you're managing of someone else's or you and someone else's, a plan is going to be so beneficial to you. So what is your plan? What is that financial plan? So it's important to have that. And it may be one where you're considering sort of like global investments or global opportunities, or opportunities where you may want to move and change locations. So this is about like expanding your reach globally and thinking in those terms and what you can do to facilitate that success. Okay, so you definitely want to consider that plan. And okay, he's growling. I apologize. My apologies. I'm trying to get him to stop growling. There's nothing even going on. I don't know what he's growling about. But yeah, having that plan and working toward it and expanding your reach. So there may also even be individuals that you want to collaborate with or partner with or contract with that are all over the world, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it's about just opening up. Okay, so that's where your blessings are going to come in, and you're going to have some change, and it is going to be different. So you may not have ever contracted with, partners overseas to get a project done, but now you're going to try that this year because the money's looking good. It looks like a really great investment in something that you want to do. So you've done the research and evaluated it. You went through all of that and decided that, yeah, this is a good thing. This is what I want to do. So again, it may be sort of like a change in your processes and how you do things, but it is going to be for the better. It is a blessing for you. But again, make sure that it's right for you, and only you know when it's right for you. But it will be successful. I love that. So what other influences here? So we have yin with intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Okay, so this is your confirmation that you really have to do what feels good and what feels right to you. So this is not about just jumping on the first thing or just connecting with the first person that's offering it to you. No, this is about you taking your time to do the research and do the background work, and then deciding based on your intuition what is the right move to make. Okay, but when you do that, it's going to be pretty lucrative. All right, so let's move the ninth house. Let's first look at North Node. So let's see where you should apply your talents. What do we have for Capricorn? Okay, thank you. All right. So I feel like there is this spirituality keeps coming up. So what spiritual gifts and talents have you not explored, or are you wanting to use to be abundant and be financially free? So I feel like there is that desire here, and I'm calling out like spirituality, but it could be any other type of creative gift as well. Like maybe you want to be a sculptor, you want to be a painter, okay, or you want to be a designer. So it's about like tapping into that creative energy, because that's helping you to be more of your authentic self, okay, and it's leading you to your life purpose. So it's about you like stepping into that energy this year to be your most successful. Okay, so it's up to you. And we have that Virgo influence with integrity, reverence, and service. Yes, so I do hear that some of you are meant to utilize your gifts to be of service to others. Okay, so your artwork, you never know who is touched by your artwork, who is touched by your poetry, who is touched by your tarot readings. You never know. There's so much work out here, and you can be such a positive influence, a positive and loving influence is what I'm hearing. So go for it. Go for it. Okay. All right, so let's also look at higher education. Well, you know what? I want to kind of move into travel, because we were talking about traveling earlier. Okay, so that we're still in the ninth house here, but I want to specifically look at travel. Okay, thank you. All right. Yeah, so I feel like that is going to be successful as well. So you can absolutely travel. And I'm hearing like some of you are like planning to go to Egypt or something. I love that. I love that. So if that's you, put it here and put it in the comments. Let me know. But yeah, so there's definitely opportunity for travel and for you connecting with a place. Like, you never know. Like, some of you may go to a place, or you may travel to a place and be like, I love it here, I'm not leaving. And you don't leave, or you leave and you get your things together and move back. So yeah, there's no limits here. There's no limits. If you desire to go a place, it's calling to you, go there, see how you like it. Okay. I'm also seeing the beach and the ocean as well. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. So if there's something that calls you, book that trip. All right, we have conjunction with union, merging, and coming together. Yeah, absolutely. So this is like you and your higher self coming together, like, I'm home. I'm home. Right? So then you're gonna move there. You're gonna move there, or you're never gonna leave. Okay? All right, so yeah, just be open to it. If there's something, again, that you hear calling your name, go for it. All right, so let's see, 10th house. Let's move there to career. What do we have for career in 10th house? Okay, thank you. All right, I love that, because we already said, and this is the card that came out earlier when we were talking about, I believe that's when we were talking about like personal possessions and finances, and you continuing to do the work that you're doing already there. So we have that, just you continuing to work hard and to be that go-getter that you are, and to go after what it is that you desire. More of that. More, please. Okay? So yeah, that's what's gonna help you be successful here. Alright, so we have that water influence with spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. So these are components also that you're going to want to incorporate into your work. And we already talked about that. That's just reconfirmation of what we were saying earlier about bringing in that emotional intelligence and that great communication, that empathy, understanding, all bringing that in to the working environment. As well as spirituality. We already touched on that as well. Okay, so yeah, it's all tying together. Okay, and this is for your highest good and for you to be successful. So I think I want to, do we want to move on, or do we want to get another card there? All right, let's go to 11th house. With our friends. What do we have here for friends? Okay. All right. So yeah, this is you connecting with soul family. Okay. So there may need to be some people that can't continue on this journey with you because they don't have your best interest in mind. Okay. So if they're not on a high vibration and they're not vibrating at least at the frequency you are, then that should be an indication to you that, yeah, you're probably not a good person to have in my friend circle. Okay, so this is about connecting with soul family. And those are like-minded individuals that have the same interests in mind. And you're all working toward the same life purpose, the same goals of just like unconditional love, living in light and clarity, and being authentically you. Okay, so people like that come into your circle, you're going to recognize that, and you're going to know that because of your spirituality and your intuition that you're utilizing. And it's about connecting with those people. So I definitely see you like letting go of people that, you know, aren't vibrating high enough to come on the ride with you. Okay, and to come on the journey. They will get there in their own time. But yeah, right now, they're not quite there. And you may need to do a little bit of contemplation. You may need to like pull back and just, you know what? Yeah, this happened. So I'm just going to take a week to figure out how I want to, what the decisions I want to make, if we're going to still be friends or not. Like, take the time that you need. But I feel like you're going to come and to the conclusion, and you're going to make the right choice, because this is about you wanting to be the most successful you and the most authentic you. And to do that, it's like you need to have and not need to have, but you want to have, and it feels good to have people in your circle that are like-minded. All right, so we have that Taurus influence here, and I'm a Taurus, so I already know, like, yeah, don't be coming and bringing that shit around here, because I'm gonna cut you off real quick. Yeah, if you're not for my highest good and you don't have my best interest in mind, then it's a wrap. So yeah, you're calling in that type of energy here, which I feel like, you know, Capricorns can do that pretty well. So you got this. You got this. All right, so let's move to 12th house with our spirituality. Okay. All right. Yeah. So believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and trust in yourself, and trust that you have everything already within you that you need, and just call on that. Call on what you need. Okay, because I feel like here you feel like there's more that you need to do and you're not quite ready, and you know, I feel like you feel, I feel like you feel like you are on a lower vibration than you actually are. So this is about recognizing where you are and loving yourself where you are, and that opening things up and opening you up to other frequencies, higher frequencies and higher vibrations. Okay, so you are ready. You are absolutely ready to explore those gifts. You are at the pinnacle where you feel like you want to be. You're already there. You're already there. So it's about expanding and growing even more. Okay. All right, so hopefully that makes sense what I'm trying to say, but you're ready. You're ready. You have everything. You're already there. So keep going. Keep exploring. Keep expanding your mind and your spirituality and opening yourself up. Keep at it. And we have we have you here with ambition, realism, and methodical steps. Okay, I need to put my glasses on, but all right, so yeah, this is a perfect explanation of what you can do. Again, we talked about you keep going, you continuing on your journey, you continuing to grow your spiritual gifts, and this is telling you and advising you to take it step by step. Okay, do a little at a time. You don't have to do the whole thing at one time. Like if you want to, you know, meditate for 2 hours a day, and right now you're meditating for 15 minutes, and then, you know, tomorrow you try, well, I'm going to do an hour. No, it's about maybe tomorrow do 20 minutes or 25 minutes, and do that for a couple days, and then increase it to 35 minutes. And then 45, and then an hour, and then, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I mean? So it's like, again, taking those methodical steps to get to where you want to be. But I don't even have to spend a lot of time there, because that is Capricorn. So you already know that. Okay. So I love that. So I'm just going to get some oracles here. And this is overall what's going to help us for 2025. So let's get some oracles. All right, so we have live out loud. Don't be afraid to be you. Like I said earlier, we're talking about changing those traditions and breaking those generational curses. And to do that, you have to be bold, brave, and strong. And that is you, Capricorn, already. And here's your confirmation of it in all that you do. Live out loud. Okay. And then we have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. I love this because this is that reminder, and you have spirituality coming out everywhere in this as well. So it's really about focusing in on that this year for success. Again, remember. So we have live your bliss. I love that. I love that. Because again, we're talking about like you being you unapologetically, you being authentically you. And then we have truth. So yeah, you cannot make this shit up. I know, like, it's hard to see with the light, but yep, this says truth. All right, and then let's get some of these. All right, so we have cleverness, moderation, cleanliness, and humility. And I feel like we spoke on each and every one of these components at a certain time. So I love this. This is like a summary of what we talked about. love it. All right, so let's get some more. What else do we have? Yin and yang. Yes, so here I want to say, just recognize that it is a process. There are ebbs and flows, and don't get caught up in if you do make a mistake, or you do, you know, back to the meditation example, like you want to stop after 25 minutes and now you're trying to do 30 minutes, but you can only get to 25. So don't get discouraged by that. Just keep going, okay? And also we have a master number 22 here, so definitely look that up, because there's going to be some messages there for you about your spirituality and growing that, and I love that. So yeah, do that. And then we have security and all tied up. All right, yeah, so definitely work on, if you decide that you want to do something, take the steps to do something. Okay, and again, so this must be inspired action, and you will do this when you feel ready, but just recognize that you're going to be all tied up until you actually do take the steps toward your greatness. Okay, and feel secure. This is about calling in that strength, that bravery, and feeling secure about the choices that you made and trusting in that. Because it's right here. You are protected. You are being guided. So trust in that and trust in you. Okay. So just to close us out, let's get a couple final messages. So we have Azalea with temperance. Find balance and be centered. I love that. So that'll help you this year. We have patience, and that's come up a couple times here. So you're being reminded, be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Everything that you need, you have, and anything that you need, you will have when it's time for you to have it. So it's trusting in that, trusting in the universe, and trusting in source that you will have what you need when it's time. And if you don't have it, then that means it's not time for you to have it yet. So we have change with as the falling leaves, embrace change. Oh, as with the falling leaves, embrace change. Yeah, we talked about that transformation and change. So do you have that reconfirmation that is what this is about, and just embrace it. So we have me, the wishing tree. My wishes grow big like a tree. All right, beautiful. Dream big, believe, know, trust that you can achieve and accomplish anything that you desire and anything you set your mind to. We have challenges. Take time out from problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. Yeah, so this I feel like is tying into those discussions we had about constructive communication and calling on those divine feminine qualities like compassion and empathy to help you in your communications and to help you resolve issues and problems. And then also emotional intelligence. So if you're not familiar with that, you definitely want to look that up and look into that. All right, and then we have 1 1 1 1 11 11. I don't know why I said 1 1 1 1, but we have 11 11. So definitely look that up as well to get messages on that. And then we have numbers in double, synchronicity in 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. Yes, I love that. That is a perfect way to end here. So you had master numbers that came out, and you had just that reconfirmation that the changes you're making and the choices that you're making are working. And it's about continuing on that journey. Okay. So, all right, Capricorns, those are the messages I have for you. Please subscribe, like, and share this video, and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates. Happy 2025. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll talk soon.